I think steroids are as American as apple pie.
Bang it! You're watching Muscle Sport Magazine.
Alright guys, what's going on, man? Long time. Alright, listen, I've been really fucking busy. I just want to say, I've been doing the Generation Iron, as you know. I did that, and now I got season 3 working on, doing the Joe and Greg and Joe show for Muscle Sport Mag. As you can see, it's on this channel. Alright, the show's going to get better, so relax. If you guys got any comments, even if it's negative stuff, but don't be a dick, But, we're always open to make the show better, and it's going to get a lot better. I know the mic's been fucked up a few times, but anyway. Alright, so I want you to know I'm still going to be doing my videos, like these videos, and eventually these videos are going to get better too. I got a lot of big stuff coming, alright, and, we're going to be doing a lot of stuff. I'm going to give you a lot of good shit coming. So you got some good videos coming from me. All right, I miss you, Momos, big time. I appreciate you all being here. If you like this video at the end, share it, whatever you call it, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, all right, enough of the bullshit. All right, let's talk a little bit about diet, all right? Because, listen, on the internet, everybody is an expert today. All right, all I keep seeing is, all these guys fucking giving you advice. Guys who've only been training so many years, and everybody, they all look like fucking shit to me anyway. But, I'm gonna, even the gurus are a little fucking out of control with this shit, all right? So I want to put a lot of things to bed for you guys and make you guys, help you out so you realize what's going on. All right, when I say put it to bed, I mean a lot of the bullshit. Okay, so let's clear the air with one thing straight. All right, should you do the keto diet? Should you do carbs? Should you not add carbs? Blah 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 blah. Let's get this correct from the beginning. Me, when I was a kid, all right, when I was younger, I used to be able to eat whatever I want, and I never got fat. I could eat yodels and fucking ring dings. All right? That's what I liked when I was a kid. Eat pizza, burgers, and I still had abs. All right? And I had good abs, too. We all know guys. We all have friends that have actually ate shit their whole fucking lives and never got fat. You probably know guys right now that are adults. You say, holy shit, man, my friend eats fucking pizza and burgers every day. He eats junk food. Dude, he doesn't have any fat on him. Right? Am I right or wrong? I'm right. All right. So what does that mean? Does that mean that you could eat junk? No, it doesn't mean that you could eat junk. But it also doesn't mean that you need a ketogenic diet to fucking lose weight. All right? Yes, the keto diet works. All right? Back in the 70s, when I first started bodybuilding in 72, okay, I'm fucking old. I don't look it though, bro. I'm going to be 57. I don't look it. But anyway, back when I first started dieting, everything was, back in the Arnold era, was the meat and water diet, Vince Gironda had everybody eating, meat, eggs, and water, and, sometimes cottage cheese and stuff like that, okay? Then came the 80s. out with that stuff. Then came the high carb, no fat diet. All right, you can eat all the rice. You can even eat pasta. Remember the whole diet where the guys were, they were talking about, like the runners would load up on pasta and then run, and it was the greatest thing, And so the high carb diet came around in the 80s. And it wasn't until like Mauro Di Pasquale and a few other guys, they started that anabolic diet, which is kind of the ketogenic diet, which came in around the early 90s, all right? So now here we are. So who's right? Do you do keto? Do you not do keto? Some of you guys are panicking out there and you don't know, holy fuck, this guy's saying do keto. You see Dave Palumbo, who's my fucking good friend. I love Dave, right? Big ketogenic guy. Yet I've been with him and seen him eat pasta with me, right? Sitting at the same dinner table. What do we do? What's the answer here? How should we really be eating? Okay? That's the question, right? How should we be eating? First off, ketogenic works. It definitely works. If you're real heavy and you have a lot to do, I definitely recommend you use the ketogenic diet. But if you're a bodybuilder, all right, most bodybuilders do need some carbs in their diet. To strictly have no carbs, unless you're going for a bodybuilding show, and even then, for me, I get too skinny. I will tap into muscle stores. I'm a hyper guy, all right? As you can tell, all right? So fucking guys like me, momos like me, need carbs because I'm crazy. And I'm always amped. I'm always going. My metabolism's fast. Had a fast metabolism as a kid. Now I'm older, so it's not the same. So I need carbs in my diet. And my carbs are, I eat oatmeal, even though oatmeal makes me fucking, shit. It's fucking Mount St. Helen over there. I don't mean fart. I'm talking about shit. Oatmeal cleans me out, but. Oatmeal's one of the foods I eat. I eat rice. I love rice. And once in a while I do eat pasta. I'm not going to lie. I'm a guinea from New York, bro. Got to have that. But for most of you people, I recommend you experiment. All right? I recommend you experiment because I do believe that ketogenic diet works, but I believe it's a tool that you should use here and there, but not all the time. If you live the keto lifestyle, eventually your body's going to adapt to that. Just like anything else, okay? And you're not going to be able to lose weight. I have a friend that eats nothing but ketogenic foods. In other words, he eats nothing but meats. He does have, a little bit of salad and stuff like that, but he doesn't eat any carbs. And I'm going to be honest with you, you hit a wall. You don't get harder eating like that. Your body will adapt. So I believe in instinctive dieting, and I believe in you learning your body. Okay? Learning your body and knowing what foods affect you in what ways. Me, probably like everybody else. If I eat Chinese food, I know, dude, I'm going to be bloated. All right? Certain foods affect me certain ways, so I know to stay away from them. Especially, I can eat them here and there, but I know if I'm going to eat for instance, Chinese food or even Italian food, a lot of pasta for going in and eat a lot of that. I'm going to not eat carbs for most of the day, and then I'll eat all that, later on. So I'll make up for it. And I do believe when I eat pasta, most of the time I eat pasta by itself. Sometimes I'll throw a meatball or sausage in there. I got to do that. Okay? But when you mix carbs and fats and, and proteins together, it's trouble because of the digestion. All right? If you eat a fatty meat meal, you're gonna you can digest that if you eat that with nothing else. Maybe, you can have salad and everything, but no starchy carbs or simple carbs, obviously, okay? Because your body secretes an alkaline-based enzyme to break down the carbs, but it secretes an acid-based enzyme to break down protein and fats. So if you know you're gonna have like a big dinner and it's going to be like a lot of meat, maybe, I don't know, on Thanksgiving you eat turkey and this and that. It's when you eat the carbs with it, you make the digestion almost impossible, okay? take the digestive enzymes, refer to my video called Shrink Your Waist. I have another video where I talk about all that. Digestive enzymes. I even take, the apple cider vinegar. I'll drink it, either with the meal or before the meal, just to get the digestive, especially if I'm going to eat a lot of meat and stuff. Because I feel like it helps to break it down. Because remember, guys, don't believe all that acid, alkaline shit you see all over the internet either, all right? Yes, when your blood in your body is acidic, okay, that's not good, but your stomach needs to be acidic. So if you start taking all that, like, baking soda and all that shit, you're going to fuck your stomach up, all right? Because you're not going to be able to break down the food. You're going to neutralize the acid. The stomach is an acidic environment. You need acid to break down fats and proteins and like that. But don't sit here and think that you're going to eat something and try to constantly neutralize the acid in your stomach, like, because acid and red were baking soda, and, drinking that shit, or, drinking, water with lemon and all that stuff. First of all, water with lemon's acid. But what I'm saying is, all those things, you're not trying to neutralize the acid in your stomach, okay? Because most people, when they got acid indigestion, it's because the stomach is trying to pump and make more acid, but it's not making enough, especially when you're my age, all right? So there is really good bodybuilders. We not only take digestive enzymes and everything like that, we do drink the acid, the apple cider vinegar, but a lot of them take hydrochloric acid tablets, okay, to help break down the food. So you're bringing in acid. So don't believe all this shit. All right? And another thing, I'm going to tell you something. One of the tricks I do, too, okay, is if I eat a lot of food, I definitely got to chew gum. Because not only does it kill your need, because sometimes the food, you're not really hungry in the stomach, but your mouth wants to continue getting flavors. So I'll eat a really strong gum. I usually get like Polar Ice, okay? It's forgot the name of the brand, but anyway, I eat a lot of that gum. And it not only does it clean, your mouth feels fresh and clean and all that. Brush your fucking teeth too, by the way. But, not only that, but when you chew gum, believe it or not, your stomach secretes more acids and everything because it anticipates more food coming down. Let me tell you something. When I had an operation, I broke my fucking hand on some guy's head. And I had to have an operation on my hand about 2 years ago. All right? And you know what's funny? When I went in there to have the operation, I'm chewing gum. Because, you can't drink, you can't eat, right, in the morning before the operation. And the nurse told me, she's like, oh, no, you can't do that. That's bad. Don't chew that gum. Spit that out. And I said, why? It's gum. I'm not swallowing anything. I'm not drinking or eating anything. She said, no, you're releasing more digestive juices and stuff in your stomach. The acid's not good, she said. You don't want to throw up when you're under anesthesia. And I already knew this from when I was younger, about the acids and about when you chew gum, your body thinks you're going to eat, so it starts secreting acid. But it's a good way. If you have a full stomach with a lot of food, it helps me. I mean, there's no real rocket science to it. It's Momo science, not bro science. I don't know what that fucking bro science bullshit is. But Momo science, it's my science. That's what that means, okay? It's just something that I've always felt like helps me. You could do that. It's not, whatever. But the other thing is, I like to cycle my carbs. I like to eat the carbs when I'm not eating anything else. Like carbs by themselves. All right? Protein and fats to get it, carbs by themselves. That helps a lot with not only digestion, but with utilizing foods. And it allows you to see how that carb is reacting in you. Because when you eat it by itself, you say, I feel bloated or I don't feel bloated. You know what I mean? I can eat this and still get my carbs without, But when you mix the foods together, that's the problem, okay? So try that. Try a little carb cycling. You don't have to do the ketogenic diet. I think if you're a fat fuck or a fat bastard, then you got to do the fucking ketogenic diet because that'll help to really get the fucking fat off you. But when you're an elite athlete, I think you need some carbs. All right? That's me. Not everybody's the same, though. Because if you talk to a Dave Palumbo, he'll put you on a ketogenic diet. If you talk to somebody like George Farah, he'll have you eating carbs. Who's right? Both of them have produced champion bodybuilders. Which one's right? It depends on the person. Diet is instinctive. Just like training is instinctive, diet is instinctive. And I think you need to experiment. Just because you're watching all these fucking videos, about these bodybuilders, the keto this and eat that and eat keto that and keto this and don't eat keto, eat carbs, don't. And you sit there and you're like, who the fuck do I listen to? Listen to yourself. Do what I said. Experiment. Try doing it where you cycle, like I said, cycle the carb, put the carbs in the diet, but put them in certain meals. Try different carbs. You'll say, oh shit, I ate the rice, I felt good. Lee Haney didn't like to eat potatoes because he used to tell me it bloats my lower intestine. You know what I mean? That's what he used to tell me. So we'd eat rice. But then again, I sat and had dinner with Ronnie Coleman. He ate rice and pasta in the same fucking meal. I seen him do it. Who's right? Both are right. They found out by experimenting. Lee Haney said, every time I eat pasta, every time I eat the potatoes, my lower gut bloats. He found that out by experimenting. No guru can tell you that. You don't need a fucking guru to tell you how your fucking body's going to respond. You need to experiment. That's what you need to do. You gotta stop with these fucking momos on the goddamn fucking YouTube. YouTube is good and is bad. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of fucking guys on here. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Holy Christ. The other thing you gotta remember is that a lot of these pro bodybuilders are on tons of fucking drugs, bro. They're on tons of drugs. When I was on tons of drugs, bro, I was taking like fucking 4,000 to 6,000 milligrams of test a week. Yeah, I know, it's a lot, but I was a drug dealer back then. I had it like that. And this is the 90s, and I had so much shit, man. I was just cranking that shit in. I could eat fucking pizza. My body was a machine. That makes these guys who does the it fits your macro shit, they love that. Oh, see, you can eat pizza and you still got lean. No, that doesn't mean it's good for you, and it doesn't mean it's healthy for you. It just means that I was fucking a machine. I was taking so much fucking drugs. These guys today taking insulin, I mean, I love Rich Piana. He's a good guy. He's with us at Muscle Sport Mag, but, you watch him fucking over there with the, Fruity Pebbles or whatever the fuck it is in a blender and all that shit. Dude, they just taking fucking insulin, bro. You can't do that, and don't fuck with insulin. I had two fucking friends die from that shit, all right? And I had one friend die from a girl who died from DNP. So you better watch what you fucking do. All right? You watch these guys, and they're fucking cranking out all this info. Oh, you DNP this, and they're still eating shit. All right? So don't fucking listen to them. Listen to me. Fuck the bro science, Momo science, all right? Because, the average Momo, they don't fucking know. They watch these guys. Well, if Dave Palumbo says you got to do the keto, you got to do the keto. Dave is right, but that's a broad spectrum thing. Okay? If you got a lot of fat to lose, the keto works. Use it to get rid of fat. But if you're an athlete, and you're already kind of in shape and shit like that, you need some carbs, is my opinion, all right? Not everybody, but most guys. And I think, like I said, you need to cycle it, shit. You need to put it in your diet, and obviously if you're going for a show, that's a totally different animal. But, when you're really trying to, build muscle and trying to, get lean and bigger at the same time, you gotta learn what you're doing. And another thing, bro, when you see these guys do abs, right? You see these guys, look, there's a pro bodybuilder that came to me once. And he's showing me, he's a very super fucking famous pro bodybuilder. He's in a hall of, let's say, being a bodybuilding hall of fame. He once won the Arnold, all right? He didn't win the Olympia, but he came damn close. And he lifted up his shirt and he fucking showed me his abs like this, right? And I'm like, holy fuck, I'm looking at him and the fucking abs are this thick and the blocks and shit like that. You wanna know something? Fucking waist was like wide like this. I'm like, what the fuck though? That don't look good, bro. And it's not a little streamlined, And the thing is, the reason why I'm telling you guys is that because when you do steroids and you train your abs like a fucking madman, they're gonna grow. They're made of the same thing your biceps made out of, muscle. And if you stimulate muscle, what's gonna happen? It's gonna grow. Stop being a fucking momo with all that ab work too. Come on, you need enough to keep them sharp. Start doing all that resistance. Idiots in the gym with the fucking weights and shit. And I'm like, dude, you just expand your, especially if you're on steroids. You're going to make that fucking waist a nice, beautiful 40-inch ripped waist. Yeah, that looks fucking good. Not really. All right? Gabish. All right? Am I getting true to you guys? Listen, guys, I'm trying to help you. Help me help you, okay? And if you listen to me, you're going to say, holy fuck, this guy makes sense, you know? Because I got all these guys that keto diet and they fucking die. I got a kid at the gym. I told him, get off the keto diet. He lost enough fucking weight already. You know what I mean? Get off the keto diet, add some carbs, go do it for 2-3 days and watch what happens. And son of a bitch, he lost more weight. You know what I mean? It was at a stale. No matter what diet you do, if you don't change it up, you're going to go stale. All right? It's not going to work anymore. It's not going to work anymore. I'm just telling you that. So diet is instinctive. Change it up. Go meal by meal. Not day by day, meal by meal. If I feel a little bloated right now, the next meal I'm going to do is a little lighter. If I feel a little flat and stringy, you know, like, throw a little carbs in the next meal. Bro, it's Momo science. It's not rocket science. Okay? Okay? Gotta be shh. In conclusion, if you're fat, you got a lot of weight to lose, you're really out of shape, ketogenic diet, okay? If you're going to, if you're in pretty good shape, keep your carbs low, but add in carbs and do carbs at their own meals. Cycle it and figure out what carbs are right for you. And the best way to do this is eat nothing but whatever that carb is. Okay? If you can eat rice, just eat the rice. If you can eat potatoes, eat the potatoes. You know? And then see how that affects you. And you'll notice, oh shit, I ate those fucking potatoes. Like Lehaney said, they get a little bloat down there. You know what I mean? So, you know, maybe that's not the right carb for you. That's a good way to figure out through experimentation. Instinctive dieting and fuck all that alkaline-based shit, bullshit. You know, you need to have, the stomach has got to be an acidic environment. All right? To break down the food. That's what has to happen. All right? So keep these things in mind, what I was trying to tell you, and stop listening to the gurus, because every guru, you could have 2 fucking guys that are top gurus. You got a Dave Palumbo telling you ketogenic. You got a George Farris saying, no, you got to have carbs. You know what I mean? Who's right? Experiment and find out which one's right for you. All right. Thanks for being here, guys. Listen to me. If you like the video, subscribe. It helps me to fucking feel obligated to do more videos for you guys. All right? So, if you don't like the video, fuck it. Then don't subscribe. I don't give a shit. What am I going to do? All right? Be good to your girl. Be good to your kids. Don't be a fucking momo like that. You're already a momo. Don't be a fucko. Fucko, man. Forget about it. And, I'll see you guys, in the next video. Thanks for being here. Stop fucking around. Stop fucking around.